everybody. In case you don't recognize me or couldn't read what they put on just now, Ronald Frankau. So you can guess the program you're going to see is going to be rather tony, in fact, PATHETONE. I'm going to mix some cocktails of music, comedy, and etceteras, starting off with Mantovani and his orchestra. Cocktails of Hoffman. No, as a matter of fact, you won't see him in Tales of Hoffman. They're too short. You'll see him in rather long tales from Savile Row. Well, he's a fine artist, and here he is. Mantovani and his orchestra. Let's pour him out. Like that instrumental and dental display. And now for a drink from further north. It reminds me of that very, very old chestnut of the Scotty walking around with his mouth open because he heard there was a nip in the air. Well, we're not going as far north as that. Norman Evans, that very popular comedian and one of our greatest discoveries. Let's shake him up a bit. This is one of my forties, but not one of my piano forties.
Hello everybody. In this little cameo I'm going to introduce to you Auntie Doleful in one of those cheerful visits she sometimes makes when she hears of someone being sick in bed. Auntie Doleful. Hello Cornelia Jane. I thought I'd just pop in a bit. I heard you weren't so very well and I thought now I'll just come and cheer you up a little bit, you see. You're not looking too well, are you? I brought some flowers. I thought if I was still late, they'd come in handy, but I see you're still here. I'll tell you what, it's a very awkward bend at the top of the stairs here to get a coffin down, isn't it? Scrape wallpaper a bit, won't they? Oh, well, you'll have to try and look bright and cheerful and keep on the bright side, you know. I suppose you don't know that your Willie's on the mill pond in a tub with another boy. Bottom looks as if it'll come out any minute, and if it does, there'll be a lot of bubbles too. No, now I know you can't get to them. You'll have to trust to Providence to come home, you see. Yes, you're feeling a lot better? Well, you never know. I mean, there was Mrs. White at Nobel last Thursday, you know. She was doing nicely, just like you are, you know. And all of a sudden she started with spasms round the heart and she went off like a flash of lightning on Friday. They're burying her today. I thought of going up, but now I thought I'll pop in and cheer you up a bit. You want a drink of water? Yes, you're looking a lot worse than what you did when I just come in. Here you are, beg your pardon? Oh, well, now, don't get excited. You'll have to try and keep bright and cheerful. I thought I had something to tell you. Scarlet fever has broken out in the village. They've carted Jimmy Pillpot off today with it, and Joe Willie Arthur was playing with him all yesterday. Oh, no, it looks all right. Of course, it takes 2 or 3 days to come up, you know, you can't tell. Yes, well, you'll have to try and smile a bit and look cheerful, and I'll tell you what, Mrs. Jones on the next street, she's on last lap, you know. She's got what you have. There's no hope at all. I called in yesterday, about 1/4 after she had her lapse. Poor thing. And, dear, is this your medicine? I'd change the doctor if I was you. That's doing you no good at all. I mean, you see that white stuff at bottom? I'll bet tuppence that's arsenic. Anyway, I'll be going off 2 or 3 more to visit yet, so I'll pop in tomorrow, that's if you're here, you know. But I always have a motto, and I always say to myself, well, Sarah, always try to keep a smile on your face, and then if you happen to pop off suddenly and make a nicer corpse, say, well, I'll pop in tomorrow. So, ta-ta.
Actually, there was nobody in that bed at all. It's extraordinary what illusions the screen can give. I mean, for instance, to you, I may look like a puffy middle-aged gent with debauched eyes. But actually, I'm a most attractive young man with no knowledge of life or love. All letters should be addressed Pathe, Wardour Street. Or, if you don't like my type, write to Sidney Burchall. He sings even better than I do. So let's have a baritone.
Here is the story of Postman Pete, who's always good for a grin when he rides his tricycle down the street and makes for the village inn. And if somebody says, will you have a drink, old Pete replies, well, what do you think? Yes, sir, thank you, sir, I don't mind if I do. And maybe you'd like to know who's drinking, sir, with you. Old Pete to the postman, why they all know Pete to the postman. And folks can tell by me tricycle bell if I be coming their way. It's a letter from your boy, what's the road, Mrs. Wills? I reckon as the writing looks like bills. There's tuppence to pay if you please, Miss Wills. 3 master broken, they're 4 of them bills. There goes Pete down the village street, and it's thirsty work, all right. 2 rounds a day deserves, I say, a couple of rounds at night. A couple of rounds at night. Me uniform is faded, it hangs a trifle slack. There's some say that me mailbag is too heavy for me back. But there'll be some who miss me if the authorities do plan to take me off me round, sir, and put on a younger man. I'd like to die in harness, but headquarters say they find I'm slow enough. I'm sometimes 3 deliveries behind. I suppose the day's not distant when me tricycle will stop. Me mailbag clatter to the ground, and from the seat will drop old Pete to the postman. Why, they all know Pete to the postman, and folk can tell by me tricycle bell if I be coming their way. It's a letter from your boy, what's the road, Mrs. Wills? Well, I reckon as the writing looks like bills. Tuppence to pay, if you please, Miss Wills. 3 master broken, they're 4 of them bills. There goes Pete down the village street, and it's thirsty work, all right. 2 rounds a day deserves, I say, a couple of rounds at night. Yes, a couple of